have been doing a little bit of a marathon on our Senate floor here at WLWT about the weather.
Yeah, so as we move forward to, this is going to continue a long active stretch of weather heading into the weekend. We have a chance for severe weather again tomorrow evening. In fact, I think by this time tomorrow, we will be watching that line of storms move into greater Cincinnati. That's going to bring us the potential for all modes of severe weather. The SPC has us in the enhanced risk for severe weather for tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. So that line of storms is going to roll through here, bringing in the threat for some strong to damaging winds. This is a look at the wind potential from the SPC, essentially just highlighting the fact that we are likely to deal with strong to damaging winds. We also have a tornado threat for tomorrow. In fact, there's a 10% probability that we wind up with a tornado within 25 miles of the Cincinnati area or your location. So what we're looking at is potentially seeing some tornadoes embedded within some of these thunderstorms that we are seeing tomorrow. But there's also reason to believe that we could be dealing with something slightly before the main line of action moves in here. And that bears watching with a very close eye, because if that can happen, that is when I think we have our best potential for seeing some tornadic activity in the Cincinnati area. So moving forward, rest of tonight, you can sleep easy. It's quiet outside. Through the day tomorrow, we are going to wake up with some cloud cover, potentially even a shower, especially north of the Ohio River. Might hear a rumble of thunder, but I think for the most part, what we're seeing tomorrow morning is going to be not much of anything, really. In tomorrow afternoon's time frame, we will stay dry. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds through the day. Actually, high temperatures manage to make it all the way up to anywhere from about 75 to 80 degrees, just depending on your neighborhood. So it gets very warm tomorrow afternoon. As we head into the evening time frame, though, this is when we have that potential for severe storms moving into greater Cincinnati. There is chance that we don't see much of anything until closer to 10, 11 o'clock, maybe even midnight tomorrow night. But if we can see anything developing ahead of that main line of storms in this window right here, that is when I think we have the best potential to see those strong thunderstorms producing some tornadoes. Now, as that main line moves in, there's still the chance that some of that wind is going to be strong enough, starts to rotate. We deal with some embedded tornado warnings on our hands. But I do think the primary area of concern is going to be the potential for some strong to damaging winds. Tornadoes are a threat, also some hail, and then that heavy rain threat is going to be something that we are dealing with well into Thursday morning. In fact, we're looking at picking up 2 to 3 inches of rainfall Wednesday night into Thursday. And because we're getting that much in such a small period of time, we are in the threshold for seeing some flash flooding concerns for your Thursday morning. So that's something to keep in mind for Thursday. That's why Thursday is going to be a weather alert day. Tomorrow also a weather alert day, more so for the potential for those strong to severe storms. I should mention we have a wind advisory in place. This is ahead of any sort of thunderstorm activity. It's going to get very windy, very gusty, with winds reaching up to about 50 miles per hour outside of a thunderstorm. If we see those damaging winds, they will be on the order of 60 plus miles per hour. Could be stronger than that. So from now until then, tomorrow throughout the day, make sure that you've got those warnings set up on your phone so that your phone will go off if there is a warning issued. And it really might be a situation of when there is a warning issued. Charge those phones throughout the day tomorrow. And then as we head into Thursday morning, keep in mind that potential for the flooding. We could be dealing with some covered roads, covered in water, as you wake up and head out the door Thursday morning. Now, even beyond Thursday, we'll still see heavy rainfall in the area. We've got a flood watch in effect through Sunday because those rainfall totals will be around 5 to 8 inches, with some of that coming in tomorrow night into Thursday morning, 2 to 3 inches of that, in fact, by Thursday morning. So that is going to lead to that flooding concern, flash flooding concern for Thursday morning. After that, heavy rainfall still continuing to be problematic for us. Ashley will be watching and adjusting everything as the week goes on based off of how much rainfall we do wind up getting tomorrow.